Another stock that we wanted to discuss is MTAR Technologies. So let me just get the management on board and then I'll come back to you, Amisha, for a quick chat on that. It's the first corporate on our radar today. So all defense stocks have been buzzing, as we know. The government's push for defense indigenization has gotten much stronger, and MTAR Tech has surged 50% in the last 1 year already. Srinivas Reddy, who's the managing director at MTAR Technologies, joins us now to discuss that, as well as the way forward from this entire angle of how the government is sort of doling out orders and how they could be beneficiaries of that. Mr. Reddy, good morning and thanks a lot for joining in. I want to understand your order book from the defense sector at the moment is very small. It's just under 5%, I understand. Can you tell me what kind of revenue opportunity do you see here now that the government is going full throttle in this space? How much can you grow your revenue percentage to from this current 5%? And any opportunities in FY24 itself in terms of orders?
We can't really quantify it right now. The most important thing is that we have applied for the defense license, it's a very long process. We have more than 25 departments to clear the file, and we have just heard that the committee has just it has to go into the final committee this month or next month. So once we have the defense license, then we'll be able to address the end users directly, like Indian Air Force, Navy, etc. So yes, it's got a great opportunity, but we should also remember that technology is also very important here in terms of the latest systems that we want to develop. So it could be in the form of a joint venture, or it could be what we are developing over the years. So we'll see a lot of traction coming in moving forward, but difficult to quantify the numbers at this point of time.
So Reddy, just a follow-up there. While you're awaiting the license to come through and, you don't have any clarity on the orders, can you help us understand what is the kind of spends that you may have to make to acquire this kind of technology that you're speaking about? Any capex that you have decided that the company will have to put on board? And if yes, will it be largely from internal accruals, or would you have to at some point in time take on some debt as well?
We do have enough capex already established within the company over the years, so that's not an issue because we have been dealing with defense labs over the last 40 years, so that's not an issue at all. And it's not about technology, buying the technology, it's about doing it jointly in the make and buy portion, or the make and buy formula what Government of India has come about with these defense orders. So that's something which we need to look at. We are looking at a number of companies to jointly associate and take this forward. So let's see how it goes.
So, Mr. Reddy, that's exactly what we're trying to understand. I mean, one route is, like you're saying, getting that defense license and directly dealing with the procurers, which might be the Navy or the Air Force. But there's a huge value chain as well when it comes to defense, right? And, this week we'll have the Prime Minister in the US, and the talk is on technology transfer, a lot of these partnerships, and you're speaking of partnerships. So help us understand which specific segments of defense are you looking at? And at an intent basis, if everything goes according to plan, then let's say in a year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, what percentage of your revenue do you see coming from, or would you want to see coming from the defense space?
See, we are more in the clean energy segment even today, and we continue to be that. That's our main goal actually. But defense, yes, probably can. Right now we are below 5%, but we have the capability of growing it much higher, even to 15 to 20%, or even more. So it all depends on how things progress over the next 1 year in terms of the JVs and in terms of what orders that we can get. So let's see how it goes in the long run.
So this JVs that you're talking about, again, can you give us some sense? These are sort of technology tie-ups, these are manufacturing tie-ups that you're seeking. And again, where in the defense value chain are you looking to get these partners on board?
So both in the electronics area, the electronic warfare, and also the other areas where we can associate ourselves with them. It's only basically not exactly it's partly a technology transfer in terms of the manufacturing in India. The buy portion will be directly supplied by them, and the make portion is about 50% from the Indian company, joint venture company, and 50% or directly by MTAR as being a prime. That's our goal, and 50% in terms of transferring the technology back from the MNCs abroad.
And the talks are at an advanced stage, can you say? Any timelines? Because you seem to be quite clear that you want these partnerships.
It's important to have these partnerships in order to have a jump start on some of the latest systems that we are looking at. And that's what most of the companies are doing right now. So, but you need to get qualified for such associations, what we are looking at. And MTAR is well qualified to do that. So we're looking at various options right now. And once we have the license, then we'll take it forward.
Okay, just one final question. You know, your core business is this clean energy space from where you get about 70% of your order book. And over there, we've seen a severe margin contraction in the last many quarters. Any indication of a revival? I mean, what can FY24 look like in terms of growth as well as margins? Because that is a big concern that the street has.
I don't think it should be a concern. If you look at our overall margin for last year, it was 27%, when we did say that we are hardly 1% plus minus here and there. So that's not an issue at all. Only the fourth quarter showed a dip of about 25%. That's the reasons we have clearly explained about the employee benefit expenses going higher because we had to make some market corrections towards the employee salaries and all that. So apart from that, I don't think we have any issues in that area.
All right, Mr. Reddy, we'll leave it at that. Thanks a lot for joining in and all the best with your license for the defense space as well as, the impending orders there. That is the Managing Director at MTAR Technologies. Been one of the stronger stocks, actually, up 20% in the last couple of months. Let's take a quick commercial break on that note. On the other side of the break, Anuj will be joining in for a quick trade setup. Post that, we'll also bring you the top stock picks for the day from our technical and F&O experts. Stay tuned.